Well, I think these are options. I mean, I think, one of the things we like to do is give the voter the opportunity to lower their taxes, keep their taxes the same, or in this case, raise their taxes. So they're going to have options. We put proposals on the table that we think will give us some of the best streets in the country. Another option to shore up our police and fire and other city services. So, I mean, these are big questions, but I wouldn't prejudge the way the voters will do it. And we all look forward to September. I'll probably be the most anxious person and most watchful person around to see how they choose it.
Can you tell us the thought process between going from 3/4 cent for roads to the full cent?
Well, there's, the state law doesn't allow us to put multiple choice sales tax elections on the ballot. So it's not like we could put a series of different numbers. The council came up with that number. I'm comfortable with it. I mean, there's no question when I'm out and about, people want their streets fixed. And people want to feel safe. And so, we're addressing public safety. We're addressing streets like no city ever has before. And these are interesting propositions. A bunch of different questions on the bond issue, and then different sales tax proposals that they can choose from. And at the end of the day, they can lower their taxes, or they can keep it the same, or they can raise their taxes. And I like the idea of people having choices. They don't get that at the state or the federal level. I mean, the federal government raises your taxes. They never let you go vote on it. I think people resent that. And I think people have more faith in local government because we put it on a ballot and let them go and talk about it and discuss it and vote up or down.
Was the full cent on your radar before the Chamber of Commerce came in here last week?
Well, the full cent is the result of the original MAPS penny. So yeah, it's always on the radar. I mean, Oklahoma City is known worldwide for that penny in the dollar sales tax. I don't think there's anything magic about it. I mean, I don't think that it's something that we have to think must be on the ballot one way or the other. I think it came down to just the needs of the infrastructure so large, with over 600 square miles of roads, with people spending more of their discretionary dollars on internet items and service items that aren't taxed. It's tougher and tougher to keep up with our infrastructure. And I think this is an opportunity for us to address the surface needs and the other street needs that we have. And if you go to any neighborhood meeting, that's the first thing you're going to hear. And I think the council's deliberations out there reflected that. And I think ultimately it reflects the conversations that we have with people every single day about our streets. And this will fix the streets.
Well, the primary problem with this sales tax increase for streets is the lack of public involvement, and then the insertion of an idea at the very last minute by an unelected third party, that being the Chamber of Commerce. Unlike our GEO bond program, which will be on the ballot on September 12th as well, which has about $900 million of projects, we had surveys and social media and countless town hall meetings and engagement with the public, and we sought their opinion and we received it, and months and months of work went into that. Here we have a $300 million sales tax increase for streets, which wasn't based on public opinion, which I commissioned a poll, the Chamber of Commerce commissioned a poll that said people want a variety of issues addressed: parks, transit, police and fire, and something towards the funding crisis for Oklahoma City public schools. None of that was considered. They did 3/4 of a penny for street improvements. These are undefined. Generally, in bonds, we list each and every street that we're going to work on, so the voters know what the city council's intent is, and we execute that plan. Here you're going to have a pot of money of $250 million, $240 million, which is not committed in any way to anything other than streets. And we'll see how that plays out, but I would suspect that wealthy developers will then come to the Public Works Department, because this is not going to go through the MAPS office like previous MAPS sales tax, and they'll make their case for why the city should take part of that $240 million and facilitate their development in whatever part of the city. It is not the way that we've done it over the last decades, and it's just too much money that's uncommitted. There was never any justification for the Chamber of Commerce's last-minute proposal 1 week ago that we should increase from 3/4 of a penny for streets to a full penny for streets, in terms of why you needed an extra $60 million of streets on top of the $830 million we've already committed, $650 million in our GEO bond, 180 million in this sales tax. Now they want a sales tax increase above what the sales tax that we're currently paying, to pay an additional $60 million for streets, while addressing none of the other departments in the city which are starving and cutting personnel and aren't able to provide services for the people. We deserve a better plan. It is only until the people of Oklahoma City vote against a proposal like this that you're going to see change.